Today we're going to get an update on the RedSea tank. So the tank itself has actually been doing pretty awesome. All the inhabitants inside have been happy. Nobody's been lost. I have one of my favorite blue millies at the top here, followed by another green type of acropora, and we also got a green and a purple one. So I had these guys in since the first week, and there's been absolutely zero issues. They've been growing, they've been happy. Down here you can see I have green deep water acro. That's also been doing pretty well. Now, I haven't turned on the doser yet. I've been in and out of town a lot the last few weeks, so I wanted to wait until it's home to make sure I can test everything, make sure everything's properly stable. So far I've just been doing weekly water changes with the RedSea salt. But now I don't want to let the little fish in the box wait too long, so let's do a little bit of an unboxing and get these guys floating in the tank. Alright, so first we have this very beautiful, can't really tell in the sunlight, but it's a pink millipora. So this one's for the big tank. We got this little guy who's a rainford goby, who should be a really cool addition for the nano tank.
I don't see it. Oh, I see it now. Oh, it's cute.
Next we have a little pom-pom crab. I've always loved these guys, they're super cute. So this guy's going in the nano.
They're adorable.
They're super cute. This guy was a little overly priced splurge, but he is a yellow acro, and I've been on a hunt for yellow corals for a while now, and this guy was yellow, so I was super excited to pick him up.
That's for the big tank?
Yep. And this guy is an emerald crab. Now I am getting a little bit of bubble algae that made its way into the tank, so the emerald crab's hopefully going to help clear that up. Alright, so we'll start floating the new corals and get them acclimated. So we floated the fish for a while in the tank, so the water should be pretty equalized. Now we're going to get the fish into a separate container. I'm just going to start adding a bit of tank water to it. Get a bit of tank water in there, and now I'm going to start adding the fish in the inverts. So we got everybody in the container. We got the pom-pom crab, we got the rainford goby, and the emerald crab. So now I'm gonna let them sit in this container for a few minutes, then about every 5 or 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna add a little more tank water to it until I've replaced at least half of the water, and then we should be safe to put them in the tank. So we add a little last bit of tank water. Everything in there is mixed fairly well. We've removed some, we've added some, we've replaced most of the water. So it's time to get them in the tank, and first one to go in is the emerald crab. Now this guy kind of amazed me because he literally got to work within seconds of being in the tank. Just popped him right on. Now the only kind of issue I've really had in the tank so far is a bit of bubble algae, so I figured he was essential. Look at this guy, literally seconds and he's already munching down on it, so hoping he'll really do a number on this bubble algae and hopefully get it in check for me. Next we got the rainford goby. This guy is pretty cool. I got a super tiny one. I figured the smaller he is, the longer he'll last in the nano without issue. And he settled in right away and was swimming around no problem. And last we have the pom-pom crab. Now I didn't actually realize this, but when I just added him, he is missing his pom-pom, which that's one thing I normally look for in the stores to make sure they have both of them. I did think he had one, so I'm just going to double check the container, but hopefully this guy finds another one. I did have another one that's hopefully in there somewhere, so I don't know if they'll share. Sometimes I've heard they can try and steal one. I know if they do have one pom-pom, they can rip it in half. But so when you're getting these guys, make sure you find one that has 2 pom-poms. Now the fairy wrasse is getting a little nippy there, so he took 2 kind of warning nips at his leg. So I'm really hoping he's not going to try and go after the crab later on. I did watch the tank for a while, and after that initial time, he kind of left him alone. So hopefully that was just a one-time thing, and they'll get along after this. And this guy is my pygmy goby. Super tiny little guy. I believe he's called a skunk pygmy goby. So they're very, very tiny, but he's fairly peaceful. He just kind of sits around on the rocks and looks around most of the time. Bottom right, we got I believe it's a green Japanese toadstool, and we got a sexy shrimp. And this guy, orange lip conch, he is an awesome cleaner, little alien anteater looking guy. These guys are often underlooked, but they're great cleanup crew, and I definitely advise that everyone should have one of these guys in their tank. They do an awesome job. Now these guys have to be up there on my favorite list, the 2 blue street cleaner pipefish. These guys are really awesome. Got a pair of them, and so far, you know, for the most part, they stick together. They just cruise around the tank and hunt for pods and little bits of food together. Now, I have been supplementing pods almost weekly for the tank. I just want to make sure with all these little pod eaters, there's no issues, everyone's happy, and there's a constant supply of food for them. And see, the rain for goby is already going around. Add a little mices and cannelus to the tank, so there everyone's going for a dinner time snack. I do tend to broadcast feed. It just makes sure I'll have some filter feeding corals and different creatures, so I'll make sure everyone gets some. Up on the top, we got some blue-eyed blondes, some utter chaos, and some pink hippos. In the back, we got some rastas, a blue bangled torch. It looks like we got a gold hammer down there. Those are kind of the few more notable ones. Up on top, I added my favorite blue millie. It's one of my absolute favorite corals. So far, it's been crossing and doing a great job growing in the tank. I haven't started dosing yet. I've only been doing weekly water changes just because I've been out of town on and off lately. But now I should be home for a few weeks, so I'll get the doser dialed in, and hopefully the tank will be even more stable than it is now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this update on the RedSea Nano tank. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you smash that like button, and if you're new here, subscribe to stay up to date. And if you're one of my fellow Canadians, be sure to check out reefsupplies.ca. I'll catch you guys on the next update.